The first thing to obviously understand about Meerlust is that it is an estate, and all the wines are estate grown, fermented, matured, and bottled. So that means everything is hand harvested on the block, and then they're transported to the cellar, where we're going to be heading off to now. Grapes will arrive by tractor, and they'll be offloaded into the receiving bin, which is a large vibrating hopper. Obviously, no grapes at the moment. We've just finished harvest now. Grapes get offloaded into the offloading bin, vibration out into this conveyor system, from where it goes to the actual destemmer. And then from there on, the whole berries go through the roller system, from where it will then be, for the whites, obviously transferred straight to press, and for the reds into the fermentation cellar. So again, the challenge and part of the charm is fitting in a modern winemaking equipment within the structure of the old historic buildings. These will be receiving tanks for Chardonnay juice. We'll do some overnight settling here before that Chardonnay juice actually moves to barrel. Down here, we'll see we have the traditional large foudre, large format oak, that we still use for maturation. So we currently actually have our red estate blend maturing in them. The old cement tanks, very much still in use. We love these tanks. We quite often use them for blending and for storage. Be placed to maintain temperature, nice big thick concrete walls. So outside here, it's maybe a bit of a unique cellar, especially in South Africa. So it's a completely outside fermentation space. The reason obviously for that is we're inside old converted outbuildings from the original farm. And now we've put this fermentation space within the confines of the old wall, but it actually works beautifully. Some nice ventilation, lovely outside in the sunshine during the summertime. These are all the big fermentation tanks where most of the red wine fermentations take place. Being outside, not a big concern. Got these big, thick cooling jackets. We'll taste the ferments every morning, every afternoon. All right, let's go and have a look at what the team is busy with in the Rubicon cellar. This is actually one of the oldest buildings on the farm, the old store where they used to pull in the ox wagon. You need to be able to keep these small parcels separate. So even though our final blend, the Rubicon, is a blend of all these elements from the estate, you want to be able to express each parcel to its best potential, have that as a maturation lot, and then when you make the selection, then you can decide what goes together. Here we've got 3,700 liter concrete fermenting tanks. Lovely consistency of temperature in these big, thick concrete tanks. And we've got also 5-ton and 6-ton stainless steel tanks. Each tank has its own little drain-off tank where we can create little barrel lots, and everything from here on goes through the basket press. Some of the upcoming Rubicons, 23 vintage, you'll see some of this part of the cellar in action. Beautiful little space to work in. That's been in use now since 2023 harvest. Oh, it smells great. Nama is busy capturing all the information of each tank. So all these are now samples that are going in for analysis. We actually review each and every single barrel lot. We look at analysis and look at the structure, concentration, aroma profile, and then we actually, as a team, we need to decide to which of the blends the wine will actually be allocated. This farm offers you so many possibilities in the sense that you've got all these different barrel lots, all these different terroir units with different varietals, and it's matching all those expressions together into what the final blend needs to express. So we've got 3 of these different passages where we mature the wines. We've got one for Chardonnay, and then essentially this is where the new vintage is coming in and going out. On the left-hand side is where the previous vintage Rubicon and blends are lying. So this is the space where all the Chardonnays are fermenting. You'll see there's 1 or 2 still with fermentation caps on them, still bubbling away. The last little bit of sugar being fermented out. And over there you can see it says Rubicon 24 on the barrel. So that's where last year's wine is lying. And this section will stay full until we prepare these wines for bottling around November this year. So they mature for the first 6 to 8 months as components, and then they'll do another almost a year as a final blend in these barrels. Right, let's go and have a bit of a sneak peek in Rubicon 2024. It's looking really good. Very happy.